Semua soalan. Saya bagi masa dalam bagi Dr. Mujahid tu masa 10 minit. Boleh?
Okay, first Nicole. Nicole. Hi, how are you? I'm from Amanah, not from PAS. I think Nicole referred to the National Harmony Bill. For your information, National Harmony Bill was the bill said to be a new bill after Najib has promised to repeal the Sedition Act. And so, in 2014, they formed what they call the National Unity Consultative Council, NUCC. I was honored to be given one of the seats there as a councillor and to address issues of national unity and to come up with what they call the blueprint of national unity, because maybe some of them are not aware of what you have referred to. And we set up committees, and I was given the task of being a chairman for the Committee of Law and Policy. One of our tasks was to enact the National Harmony Bill ataupun Akta Keharmonian Nasional. So Chiwi, as the Bar Council, was my deputy. Datuk Saifuddin Abdullah was one of my Jawatankuasa committee, and includes Marina, Datuk Paduka Marina Mahathir, and Puan Hajah Ainon, and few others. One of the bill, or the bill that we proposed was three bill. One is what we call anti-discrimination bill. Second was the hate speech bill, to be just short and precise. And the third one is what we call the Commission of National Harmony, Suruhanjaya National Harmony. Now, the one that Nicole referred to was the anti-discrimination bill. The anti-discrimination bill was in line with Article 8 in the Constitution that says that everyone is equal before the law, and that no citizen shall be discriminated based on their color, race, place of residence, origin, sex, and gender, and disability. They added, because Malaysia is a signatory of Convention Hak Orang Yang Kurang Upaya, so they make an amendment to put another one that is based on disability. So one of the issues that we wanted to put in, not I didn't want to put in, we wanted to put in was sexual orientation. We proposed that we put that correct. Now, we discussed a lot, and I am quite surprised Nicole has a different interpretation, because I was attacked of trying to put sexual orientation in the anti-discrimination bill, and suddenly I became the victim who said that no, I don't accept sexual discrimination. But what it is, Nicole, is that when we discuss further into details, looking into the social setting, we came with this conclusion. Sexual orientation, we do not accept, or no Malaysian accept, not all Malaysians accept sexual orientation. Because I may not agree with your sexual orientation, and you cannot blame me for that. This is my right not to agree with you. But my right to protect you from being harmed, right to protect you to have a place to work, right to protect you to live peacefully, I will protect that. Can you see the line there? This is what our argument was in the committee. And you know, I am just a subcommittee. With that understanding, we proposed that to the full council. And full council is made out of so many backgrounds. And worse still, finally, it will go to the Jabatan Perdana Menteri, and it goes to the AG chamber. And you must take note, Neko, we were attacked because of our proposal. And that is why at the end of the day, they came back with us and asked us to amend discrimination, pull out sexual orientation. Although with that clear understanding, sexual orientation doesn't mean I support your orientation. But what it means is I protect you from being harmed. I protect you to have your right to work. I protect you to have your right to be ridiculed. People ridicule you. I protect you for that. That is what our understanding on sexual orientation. But that even that understanding was refused by the government, not by the NU, not by the committee. So just let me correct that, Nico. That is a fact. You can look into the minutes of our meeting, how we discussed that in a lengthy matter. But the best part was, after all that, suddenly Najib came and said, we want to maintain the Solution Act. So forget about sexual orientation, even others are not there. So I think that is very clear. And whatever you say about, I think you mentioned the same as the lady behind there, about why is it that, well, you mentioned part of it, I want to put it straight. I left my party to form Amanah. Okay? Why? Because these are the issues that need to be addressed. For example, why are we so concerned about halal and haram? Yes, halal and haram is something jurisdiction. They write thick books about that. You know? But the other important thing about Islam is that before that halal and haram thing come, the best is to inculcate in them the responsibility. That, as again, I will tell you, that whatever Islam says is sinful, is good for humanity. Now, how do you live with such notion is where you have to have accountability. You have to have that spiritual thing that you do not want to get engaged with that, and you know that God is looking at you all the time. So, for me, I think, if a leader who has this spiritual feeling that he's not just accountable to the people, but he's also accountable to God, then I think that would be a very good spiritual, accountable leader. And we have proved that in my old party of Tok Guru Nik Aziz, which in Amanah we recognize as being a spiritual leader. Now, the issue of hudud, for example, someone touched on that. I don't remember who, but someone talked about hudud and all that. Now, I agree with you. This issue of hudud has been hijacked, has been politicized, has been manipulated, that the whole idea about Islam has been tarnished with bad image, has been misrepresented. Anyone who followed my writing, anyone who read my book, anyone who attended my forum, I've been repeating this all over again. The issue of hudud has got nothing to do with Islam. This is a political issue, and they are using Islam to get the support from the Muslim. Even though the issue of hudud exists in the sense of it is a punishment law in Islam, yes, but it is a small part of the whole concept of Sharia, which aim for a greater objective of justice, freedom, and respect, and humanity. Please read my book. I don't know, Gerak Budaya put my book or not. Islam dan Kepelbagaian. Please read. And that is our challenge today. That is why Amanah exists today. We are challenging that this is wrong. This is wrong about Goban saying about how can Islam be racialized. And there's one joker say that I am a Muslim but I can be a racist. Come on. How can you be a Muslim and being a racist at the same time? A Muslim is against racism. I've been saying that all over, in the parliament, not just here, just to please you guys. Please the kiri, puak kiri, no. Jayakumar can verify that. I've been saying this all the time, even in the parliament. Extremism, we must fight extremism. But then again, that is the issue of how do you put Islam in a proper presentation of It's tough. And this is the challenge. Get engaged, more book, write, discuss, challenge, and the most important thing is when we want to build a new politic, even it was a collusion between all groups that wants a new change regime, we must put that as our cardinal principle. No racism, and this is what we have to promise to the Malaysian people. And you have also other things that come together with these issues. Is what I told you about the realities, is that the Constitution in itself, if you look into the spirit of the Constitution, it has addressed in some way the issue that we are discussing. It's just that the government of the day interpreted it in their line, interpreted it into through policies that they wish that is actually against the Constitution, against the spirit of the Constitution. So for me, ladies and gentlemen, I have 1 more minute to go. This question of Wan Hamidi is just to cheer us up and for your information, Wan Hamidi is my schoolmate. We took bus together to school every day. Okay. We even discussed socialism and Islam those days. You know? It was way back in the 80s. I always fight with him. He's got the socialist notion, I got this Islamic notion. And we say, when we come to our bus stop, our station, we say, okay, we continue tomorrow. No, I've said this many times. No, I don't think people like Mak Sabu, people like me, can become a puppet to anyone, even to the Puak Kiri. I can't. I have said about the principle. Anyone who agreed on this principle, they are my friend, they are my comrade. Whether they are Haluan Kiri, or they are DAP, or they are whoever they are, based on principle, based on principle. So I don't think Amanah wants to become the puppet of anyone. Amanah wants to have a strong principle, and that is why we come today. And I was to understand that next week PSM will meet Amanah in a more formal meeting about how we can work together. And I think this is the way forward. And thank you for inviting me, and thank you for meeting all the Puak Kiri here. Thank you very much.